mixture of soggy and crunchy at the same time, and that can be pleasant. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a good point. So, let's go ahead and get down to business. I think we're going to start with me doing a blind taste test with these two different Raisin Bran brands. So we got Post and Kellogg's. I think I can probably tell from the flakes maybe, but I think I'm just that good. We're going to see if Mr. Cereal is that good or not.
I don't know. This is a tough one.
All right, well, here we go.
They look really similar.
Yeah, this stuff sogs pretty quick, by the way.
Yeah, oh yeah.
My wife, by the way, I don't know. You might have something in common with her, because you seem to like the soggies. She'll like pour a bowl of cereal, and then she'll like just let it sit there.
No, I do not do
and
that.
start to sog up.
No, that's terrible.
That's just like insane.
That's terrible. Because you don't want it so soggy that it like is starting to disintegrate in your mouth. That's just bad news.
Never heard that word, disintegrate.
Yeah, well, I'm working it out.
That's skin disintegration. That's new. I like that. And Germans do stuff like that, kind of make these crazy words.
It's a little tougher than I think you realize.
It is. I'm kind of getting scared and nervous,
He's got to get this right.
They probably poured the same thing in both bowls to try to trick me.
Okay, alrighty. I mean, how much does it take? So now you're entering into second stage cereal crunchiness.
Confusion's entering my brain.
So at this particular point, he has almost finished with the cereal that's in each bowl. And I don't think he's any closer to determining an outcome.
All right, Post Kellogg's.
All right, so just for the record, this is Kellogg's, and this is Post, and that's actually correct. But I think it was a lucky guess. I don't really think you knew. You had a 50-50.
A lucky guess. Of course, there's a 50-50 chance. Okay, let's talk about the way that I did that.
Okay.
After having, these bowls, and it did take me a minute. It took me a minute. I'll admit it took me a minute. But there came a point to where it just was very clear. Clarity entered my mind. And you could tell when that point hit. Because at that point, I just kind of said, boom, Post Kellogg's. You didn't hear any temerity in my voice. No, it came out straight. This was Post, this was Kellogg's.
But you're a decisive person.
Because that's the way Mr. Cereal works. Don't listen to the man here, who I'm not sure why I drug into my place here. Mr. Cereal just knows, okay? He just knows. All right?
I don't know.
There's doubters out there.
There's debate in my mind on whether or not you could actually tell.
Yeah, but here's the deal.
So tell me what you could feel was different. Give me a description, because I think our viewers definitely want to know.
They want to know how I knew, and you're doubting anyhow. But as we know, John here isn't, he's a cereal kind of guy. He definitely is. But we already have a little bit of, I don't know. Something about John has kind of hit me a little weird. That soggy thing, it's the sogginess. I'm sorry, you just don't go around liking sogginess. That just doesn't work. I mean... Anybody
that's a serious cereal eater at all gets to a point where it doesn't matter almost whether the cereal is crunchy or soggy. You can learn to appreciate both.
What you're hearing right now is heresy.
It's not heresy.
Cereal heresy.
No.
Okay. If Cap'n Crunch was alive, if he could come ripping off one of those boxes right now, he would just stab you.
Look, if they didn't intend for it to be soggy, you wouldn't put milk in it.
Does he have a sword? Maybe he'd shoot you with a cannon. I don't know what he would do.
There is an element of this that is enjoyable as the cereal absorbs the milk. And so you might just say, well, that's soggy. But I would say that it's just like eating Oreos. When you're eating Oreos, you like that sogginess, that cookie to absorb that milk and get a little softer. It enriches the taste, it enriches the flavor. And so same thing when you're eating cake and ice cream. When you put those two things together and that ice cream begins to melt and absorb up in that cake, there's something special about that combination that comes together. So I don't see how you can say that only crunchy cereal works. It doesn't. It's not just that. There is something special about that marriage of milk being absorbed into the cereal.
All right, guys. Well, this is one of these that you can just kind of let us know exactly how you think. Because I won't say Mr. Cereal is wrong. I will admit that with some cereals, a degree of sogginess can be, as he earlier said, a little bit of a comfort. With Cap'n Crunch especially, after a while, you've had that for 2 or 3 days in a row, your mouth is gone. I did a little thing with Cap'n Crunch, and I had to take a break. I did. I was like, I can't touch a cereal for because your mouth has to heal.
Yes.
So, it's seriously, so the soggies have a place, you know. But I'm just gonna leave it at that. What kind of sealed it for me was towards the end, as the soggies set in, the wonderful soggies. As that settled in,
all wonderful.
Yeah. Anyhow, as those settled in, these lost even more flavor, but the flavor retention was a little more stronger. So that's where I could kind of tell towards the end. I'm like, no, this is post.
If I wouldn't have given you as much as I would have, you probably would still be sitting here debating. But the fact that I gave you a little extra actually worked in your favor to help you determine the difference.
You helped me do it, John.
You know what, though?
You helped me, and I
think there's some
appreciate
truth
that.
to that.
There's absolute truth. He is so right. It's amazing.